Hey everyone, welcome back to another Painting with Jay. As always, my name is Jay, so grab a brush, grab some models, grab some paints, and paint along with me. Let's rid our world of unpainted models, shall we? I am working hard on my orc army, and I've done my battle wagon that I started after last week's video. I'm pretty sure I wasn't working on my battle wagon in last week's video, but I was so excited to paint it, I painted it, and now it's done. So now I'm working on a bunch of types of boys, essentially. So I'm doing about 8 or 9 burner boys, some knobs, some shooter boys, a rocket boy, and a couple just boys. Trying to get them all out of the way, and then I will work on some grot tanks that I've painted in the past that I just want to touch up and get to a little higher of a standard. I didn't paint them all the way. I painted them for a battle report years ago, and I want to make them look a little nicer. And speaking of which, of the grot tanks and battle wagon, I'm trying to help bring some love to a fellow YouTuber named Ian Wyatt. He is an orc player and loves to build orky stuff and likes to make his own models as well. So he's a really talented orky builder. He really is, and he has a YouTube channel. And link in the description below if you want to help support his channel. If you want to, subscribe. When he hits 4,000 subscribers, he's going to be giving away a battle wagon that he designed, that he made. It's really cool. I've seen pictures of it. It looks awesome. So go check out his channel, link in the description below. And let's get to this week's video where I'm going to paint a lot of boys. Hey everyone, so today I'll be working on these burner boys, some knobs, and I'm currently working on the blues. I'm taking some Averland Sunset and painting up the boys, as you can see here. Yeah. It's been a busy week. We'll talk about that as well. I painted up, as I said, the whole week. I actually went ahead and painted up a battle wagon, which was awesome. So I have a painted battle wagon now. And I've already played it in a battle report. It was fun. I'm just going to wipe off this brush. Use a bit of a smaller brush. And so, yeah, the goal for the next week or so, maybe 2, probably 1 week. I've been able to dedicate a bit of time to painting this week, and that's been nice. I really got to take some time and edit and render. I have a few battle reports that I need to get out. It'll be fun. So the next one is a Grey Knight battle report. I wanted to try the new point levels from the chapter approved. And it was fun. I played a couple games as well this week against Dave. We had a good time. Very close games, point-wise. Yeah, it's a good time. I am beginning to think that 40K though, to build a list that's gonna win, you have to be really good at shooting. Typically, it's a shooting game still, very much a shooting game, with a side bit of assault. So that's okay. I've just been thinking about that. If you're on an assaulty list against a shooty list, the shooty list will win a lot, especially if they go first, because they'll just shoot your army off the table. So I think if I go to like a tournament or something, I'm going to bring a more shooty army. Because, yeah, the amount of shooting you can do, especially, I do play a lot of orcs though. I do love orcs. Orcs have actually pretty good shooting. We don't have access to a lot of fly, and I think fly is kind of the most broken rule of the game at the moment. Things that can fly, because certain armies have access to a lot of flying things, like flying vehicles, flying monstrous creatures, and certain armies don't. Like orcs have storm boys, right? That can actually, I'm talking about not flyers, things that can fly. Because flyers don't really assault things. But, Grey Knights don't have any, which is huge. I do find that was a little annoying. Because, essentially, as I call it, and Dave and I have joked about it a lot of time, you play the game floor is lava, and you get away with it. You know, if you play the game floor is lava against an army that doesn't have any, that's an assault army that doesn't have anything with fly, you could do pretty well, because otherwise you just kill all the infantry. Like, let's say you go up against an assault Carnifex list, right? Which isn't as common as, I'd say, a shooty Carnifex list. Shooty Carnifex lists tend to be taken more. But if you went up against an assault Carnifex list, or, you know, against a Grey Knight player who was running Dread Knights, or an Imperial Knight Gallant, for example, or anything that is really good in assault, Death Dread, Killicans, you know, a Furioso Dreadnought, simply go up a level and they'll have to shoot you down, because you play the floor as lava and your opponent can never assault you. So that's kind of the number one rule that annoys me in this edition. So fly is really, really powerful, because anything that has fly, you can break that rule, fly around the battlefield, assault things, you know, jump from one building to the next. And then everyone else is stuck on the ground. Now, infantry are obviously the exception. They can go up levels. The only problem is infantry are typically slow, right? They're usually slower than things that can fly. So you have to catch them. And, I don't know. If you look at the competitive meta, which I don't typically care about most of the time, but it is a good indicator of, you know, what is currently working in the game, what is not working as well. And you look at it, and it's just a lot of shooty lists, or lists with a lot of shooting and access to fly. You know, most of them are like an Imperial Knight combination list, the Castellan list, as they call it. Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm thinking this year I might try a couple tournaments. Not ITC. I don't think I'm going to go to an ITC event. ITC people, that's a little too competitive, and usually they're multiple day tournaments, with everyone bringing win at all cost lists. Not my cup of tea. There we go. Look at that. He's blue. Next one. So I have 3 of these guys that have not been painted blue yet, or that, you know, before today's video. And then after that I have, let's see, some boys with, you know, shooter boys, or some big shooter boys. A couple boys. So yeah, this week's is kind of just a little bit of a smorgasbord of boy types, and then I'll get them all done, and then I'm going to spend maybe a week. It'll probably be, yeah, it could be a week. I have 20 Grategs. Each one doesn't need a lot of attention, but the sheer number of them will probably take a little bit of time to paint. Yeah. Yeah, they usually do take a bit of time, so. And then I'm really in the home stretch. Let's see. As far as new models go, I have the terrain from Speedrix. Which is going to be cool. The terrain from Speed Freaks. and the Orc Mech Shop, which they're pretty much similar pieces, right? I think some of them are identical pieces. So I will paint up those at the same time, get those all done. Those will take me probably a week or two. Yeah, get those all done nice, and that'd be cool. What do I have left after that? I have just touching up a couple vehicles for orcs. I might paint, I'm really debating on it. I don't want to paint them. To be honest, I might just give them to someone. Not to paint, just for them to keep and play. I do have a bunch of those old plastic boyz with the Slugga Choppa. You know, the ones from like 2nd edition. And frankly, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever use them. So, is it worth, and I have like 30 of them, right? So, is it worth dedicating a couple weeks when I know a couple of orky players in the meta, in the local meta, that will gladly take them? I don't know. We'll see. Alright. Let's see. I think that's all. Oh, sorry. 2 more guys left for blue. Oh, I forgot to paint his little hat. So, yeah, we'll see. Yeah. Frankly, I'm just excited to get these guys done. What else do I have? Not a whole lot. As I said, it's really, I've been painting since November. So it's been a really good ride so far. What else do I have left? Oh, maybe like 5 more Shooter Boys and a knob. Something small like that. What else do I have? These guys on the table. Spill stuff as we speak. Put you guys on. Yeah, I don't have a lot left. As I said, they're really home stretch. Home stretch. And that makes me happy. Because I want to get all my orcs done, frankly. I ran out of paint. Better put some more paint in my palette. Yeah, I just, it's not that I hate orcs or any means. I've been painting orcs for, 6 months now. Almost 6 months. And I don't want to paint much orcs anymore. I want to get on to the next project, and that's going to be my reward, is that I love orcs. Like, and I'm going to keep playing orcs, obviously, in battle reports and in tournaments and stuff. I'm not going to stop playing orcs, but it is nice. It's going to be really nice to those of you who painted, one army for a very prolonged period of time. It is really nice to just then all of a sudden take a break from that army to paint a new army, and then it gets the excitement refreshed. Right now, my excitement is mostly focused on just finishing the army, and then doing an army showcase video, which will be done before you know it. As I said, it's yeah. I think spring is finally starting to appear. It's been quite warm today, and yesterday was nice, and then today and tomorrow was supposed to be nice and warm. I'm hoping it kind of de-ices my driveway, because oh my goodness, there's been so much ice this year. Yeah, so much ice. So I'm really excited for spring to start coming in, and I can go outside more, do more things outside, That makes me happy. Adepticon, of course, is up 2 weeks from now. That's good. I'm excited. I'm really excited to go on that trip. Yeah, my friend Dave runs a local event every year, and it's a good event. It's mostly table. It's sorry, it's not tabletop gaming. It's mostly board games and role playing. Called Phantasm, and it's a good event. People really like it in the area. It tends to be pretty popular. Except he always runs it against, like, I always want to go to Phantasm just to check it out and see stuff. But the last, like, I think this is like third year in a row, Dave, he has to determine the date well in advance, and he keeps running it against Adepticon. So, decreases the chances I'm going, you know? I'm going to Adepticon, so. Yeah. So every year I'm like, sorry Dave. I'm going to Adepticon. I told him one year he should just, you know, schedule it really early in the year or really late in the year, and that way he can come to Adepticon. Good. He's all painted up. Is that focused in correctly? Yeah, I think so. As you guys can see, they're just coming along. This is only second color, right? I finished the skin tones, and now I'm doing the blues, and then some browns, silvers, and we'll go from there. You know. And with every model that I paint, it gets closer and closer to being finished, and my world being written on painted models. It's good. Like, I can honestly see the amount of boxes that I had in my workshop were pertaining to orcs. Some, like, I also had some open boxes that were just overflowing, and they're all down. They're all gone, right? I'm as I said, I only have one unboxed thing left to assemble, which is the orc mech shop, and that combined with the terrain from Speed Freaks. So that's good. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that awesome? I'm happy. I am happy with these. Because as I said, once the blues are done, like these guys, once they're done, this is I don't have that many more boys left. I said, unless I paint those 30 plus Slugga Choppa boys, which I might not. I'm debating on it, as I said. I'd kind of, I don't know. They'd make good art boys. Yeah, I don't know, we'll see. So as I said, home stretch. Month or two left. I do have to start studying for a test that I have to take next month, the end of next month. So I still have 45 more days. I'm going to pretty much crack open the book this weekend. Get that open, start saying I forgot a piece of this guy, so I'm just going to go back for a second. Yeah. What else? Yeah, I'm just excited for warmer weather. That's my favorite thing. Just the thawing. The thawing is gonna be nice. You know, just get everything nice and start doing lawn stuff again, garden stuff. All right, that's what those guys thaw for. Not thaw, dry. See, I'm even saying the same thing, thaw. And let's get started on the next color, which is brown. So I'm going to take some Bane White Brown and paint their shirts. Paint some shirts brown, and then probably we're 20 minutes in. Yeah, that'll be probably the last color of the day, because there are just so many of these orcs to paint. And that's okay. As I said, right now I'm painting on it. So the batch painting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20. 20 boys at the moment. So as you notice, it will be a bit of, you know, of work for each color. Oh. Yeah. So let's get the browns done. And get these guys painted. It is nice so that in the future, if I'm going to any tournament and I want to bring orcs, I don't really have to care about painting requirements, because it's going to be nice to just be... I do like that, just being able to go to a tournament and put together a list, just look around my works, you know, my battle report room, put together a list, bring it, not have to worry about any painting requirements because it's all painted. And not everyone I know can dedicate this much time to painting. I do. I'm lucky in that sense. Well, yeah, pros and cons to each one. It usually means I don't have much going on. Those who paint the most, you know, do it instead of something else. So, because you can't paint and do other things at the same time. So it just means outside of work, I have a little bit of time set aside each day to paint. And I like that. There we go. These guys nice and done. Cool. A little under area as well. And the rest will be belts and metallics. Next one, Burn Boy. What else? Yeah, as I said, spring is coming. Winter's almost over. Jay's been painting a lot. I'm excited that baseball's about to start soon. You know, we're still in spring training. Jays aren't going to be particularly good. Nope. But it'll be interesting to watch a bunch of youngins. You know, there hasn't been a rebuild in a while for the Jays. So it's going to be good to see a restart for the team. And they do have a bunch of really talented young players coming up. Yeah, so in a couple years they'll probably be better. Look at that. He's 3-color minimum. Ha ha ha. Here's a knob with a flamer. A Burna. I just like the way he looked. I bought it, I got him, I'm pretty sure, in a pack with a bunch of other guys. Just, I buy a lot of used models from my local gaming store called Dueling Grounds here in Peterborough, and this guy was in just one of the bags, pretty cheap. So, got it for a decent price. Figured I'd buy it. That's where some of these Burnas are coming from. The problems with the kit is, you know, anybody who's an Orc player, when you buy a Luda, I'm guessing it's the same way as it was before, just new base sizes. But when you buy a Luda/Burna boy kit, you get four Luda sprues, basically 4 Burna boy sprues, and then some bodies. So, and then you get a Mech boy essentially. Now they're called, I forget what they're called now. But essentially they're Mech boys. Splicers or something. Yeah. So it's a bit frustrating. So what I do is I take boys, like I have tons of boys, right? You know, I have tons of boys. So whenever I have boys kits, like I had a couple extra as well, I just convert them with the extra bits to Burna boys. And that way, there we go. I have more Burnas because I don't really need many more boys. There we go. So, yeah. As I said, I have some Burna boys, and it's going to be nice to have some Burna boys on the table. Maybe I'll combine them, Burna boys in the Battle Wagon. Burna boys in a truck would be cool, because then you can just zoom up the truck. And then flame. Look at that. This guy's a Burna that I bought from Dueling Grounds. As you can see, he has no like backpack. Cool. As I said, he'll be done. These guys will be done. Definitely, I should aim way before next week's painting with Jay. Next week's painting with Jay, I'll probably dedicate some time to the grattings. And then after that, who knows? Let's put some more guys in the 3 handles. Yeah, 20 more minutes probably worth of painting for today's painting with Jay. See, I've only painted 4 so far of the body around, so there's still plenty of guys to paint. Actually, the thing is, these guys are at various stages of painting. So all I do, you know, if I'm batch painting, of course, and the various stages, I just work one color at a time, starting from the beginning, and go through every model that needs it. So eventually, they're all eventually on the same page, right? Because they'll all be covered in the same paints. Is this model done with this paint? Yep, good. Go to the next one. You know? And that way, they're done. The shirt's actually the hardest, basically, the part of the model to paint, because they're always hidden on the back. There we go. And you have to be very careful, because I just painted the skin, and there's a lot of straps. Now, obviously, the straps are going to be painted afterwards. I'm painting outwards, so that's not too big of an issue. Cool. So in the end, I'll have about 15 burner boys, I think. In my army. Put him back. There we go. By the way, I appreciate those who commented last week on a few things, but the Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. I always love. It is from The Office, for those who don't know. There's a character named Jim. Those are like the 8 people who watch my videos that don't know The Office. There's a guy named Jim who likes to prank another guy named Dwight. And Dwight is very serious. And Jim likes to razz him a lot. So probably, it's almost every episode. Or it pretty much is every episode. Jim comes up with a different way to prank Dwight. And in one of them, he impersonates him. Dresses like him, and he says that. The line that I kept repeating. Yeah, so it's pretty funny. What are you guys looking forward to most? In the short term, in the long term, what are you looking forward to right now? What's keeping you motivated in these cold summer days? If you're in Canada, in the United States, or Europe, if you're in Australia, I guess your summer's kind of winding down. You know, if you're in that hemisphere, your summer's almost over, and yeah. So you're gonna go back to school. No, I don't have to go back to school soon, or whatever's going on. But yeah, apparently an increasing number of Canadians. Now, Canadians do something called being snowbirds. It's Canadian. A lot of Canadians go south for the winter. They really do. So the most popular destination is like Florida, right? And here in Peterborough, where I live, we have like the largest retirement population, the largest per capita amount of retirees in Canada at the moment. We are the retirement capital of Canada. And so we have a very large population of snowbirds as well that go down to Florida, and you notice them all come back. If you go to like your bank, in the wintertime you notice a lot less people. It's because they went to Florida. And apparently, one of the new places that snowbirds are starting to go to is Australia. Because again, the opposite seasons, right? So you literally leave here in the fall and you get there in the summer, pretty much, right? Because then it's spring, but you're basically going right before summer. The Canadian dollar is pretty close to par with the Australian dollar. It does have a little higher cost of living in Australia, depending on where you are. But obviously, if you're a 40K player, yep. And it's expensive here in Canada, but it's really expensive there in Australia. So, yeah, apparently a larger number of snowbirds are going to Australia. So maybe I'll consider that. Australia is home to my favorite animal, the quokka. The quokka, for those who don't know, is an adorable little marsupial. It's like an even smaller version of a kangaroo than a wallaby, basically. It's like the tiniest, cutest little wallaby thing ever. And it's adorable. And there's an island in Australia, which is named Quokka Island, for that reason, because it's where the quokkas are. And the one rule of the island is don't feed the quokkas. Probably the secondary rule of the island, don't steal the quokkas. But they're really friendly because humans have fed them in the past. And so they just walk right up to you, and there's like a selfie campaign where people like to take selfies posing with these things because they all look very happy. They have a very natural, happy disposition. They look happy when they just their normal face. So check those out, people. Quokka Island. I think it's, I forget the actual name of it, but it's named Quokka Island. And it's in Australia, of course. So maybe I'll go and live in Australia one day. Who knows? I kind of like the idea of retirement, frankly. I still have many more years of working. By the way, shout out to Cody Roo. I haven't given him a shout out so far in this video. And Adam, you missed a spot. You missed a spot, Adam. That works. Turn one. Yeah, maybe I'll move to Australia. I'll just sit on the island, on the beaches, listening to Men at Work, the band, not the people at work. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about retirement lately. It's so many years away, of course, but I hope and pray that I can enjoy retirement. Too much lately we're hearing in the news about all these people just dying at such young ages. And I think to myself, did they actually stop and enjoy life? Did they just work their whole lives towards a goal that was really probably never accomplished because they died while working? I don't know. It gets you in deep thought, you know? Deep thoughts with Jay. Yeah. Alright, so look at that, we're at 3-color minimum now for, let's see, how many of them are at 3-color minimum at least? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I have 5 left that need the brown painted. And the next is just straps, and then metallics, leather, sorry, and then metallics. And then minor details, face, you know, the eyes. Look at that. This brush is starting to split a little bit. I'm trying to clean it and reshape it with some soap, but some brush cleaner, obviously. But yeah, it's not working too amazingly. I've used these brushes for almost a year, so I've gotten plenty of life out of them. If I need to order new ones, I will. Spring. We set our clocks ahead in Canada. We do daylight savings, and most of the places. I'm pretty sure Saskatchewan still doesn't do it, and I don't understand why we still do it to this day. Honestly, it's like we gain an hour 1 month, we lose it 5 months later. Because they postpone daylight savings to end, you know, like November. So it, you know, I think I was painting orcs when the times changed, and then I'm still painting orcs when the times change back. And the funniest thing is I actually never changed the clock in my car. So, oops. Well, now it's back to normal time. I'm like, one less thing to do. So I got paint near the ferrule of the brush. So, that's good. Luckily on my phone, you know, automatically updates as well. But yeah, so the whole, you know, like that Sunday, you feel like you're a zombie for some reason. You lose 1 hour. I had to work on Sunday, so. But the whole day, you feel like you're just a zombie. So much so that you want to sing the song Zombie by the Cranberries. Watching The Walking Dead. I don't think they've ever, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't watch The Walking Dead anymore because the show sucks. I'm sorry, people who still watch it. But that show's gone downhill for years. I used to love it. But Walking Dead, I don't think they've ever called them zombies. They're all like walkers, roamers, biters. Talking about roamers. The walkers. Walker. Coral. You know? It should be like zombie. I don't know. Maybe they like... I was wondering like the term zombie was copyrighted for some random reason, or they just wanted to be different. One thing I'm very excited is for Game of Thrones starts in a month. Game of Thrones, the finale, the last 6 episodes. Who's gonna die? Answer, probably everyone. Spoiler alert, everyone. I don't know, we'll see. That'll be good. I'm excited for Game of Thrones. Big Bang Theory's ending this year, which, yeah, I think it's time to go for that show. It's been on for like what, 12 seasons, so that's good. So that they're finally. Yeah. I figured The Walking Dead should have ended after this year too, but nope. Somebody's still watching it, apparently. Just ain't me. It's one of the shows that, it's actually one of the shows that probably the #1 show that I've ever been so into. You know, I used to watch every week's episode. I started watching season 2. And seasons 2 and 3 and 4 I was really into. And then 5 and 6, and I was like, yeah. And then, what, I think 7, yeah. Problems with the show is they just kill off all their characters. Not like in Game of Thrones, it's like heartbreaking, but somehow it's tragic and stuff. It seems like on Walking Dead, they almost kill off their characters by coin toss. You know? Yep. You're dead. Okay. So. Yeah. Coin toss. Down to 2 more. So now I'm at 3 color minimum for the squad, basically. 45 minutes. Yeah, this will be the last color. And then I'll break for the day. We'll get ready for work. And go to work for the day, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited to have these guys done. I'm as I said, I love orcs. Orcs are one of my favorite armies in 40, or probably they are my favorite army in 40k. But it's just the same when I was painting Tyranids. By the end, you go, okay. Tyranids were a little more, even more kind of tiring because with my Tyranid army, they all had to be the same look, right? So I was literally painting the same, like 5 colors for months. But orcs I've been painting for the longest, I'm pretty certain. I could be wrong. I should look into that. Yep, Adam, you missed a spot. And you know, I now have so many points of painted orcs. I don't even know how many points. I'd have to look. It's a lot. Yeah, I was thinking at one point last year that I had like 40,000 points of painted 40k. I gotta be pretty close. I gotta be close. There we go. Done. Yeah, I have to be pretty close. I'm guessing closer to 10,000 points of orcs alone. Now that's obviously my largest army, points-wise, but I have a lot of other armies. Do I have more than 40,000 points total, 40k, including unpainted? Yes, but I don't like to include those numbers because I don't, sorry, I just have to keep this model really close to me because of the details. This is one of the guys I got at Dueling Grounds as well. So he's painted as well, and I'm just cleaning up the colors, because some of the colors will actually work really well. Be a little bit different. The other ones won't. There we go. All done. So that is the light brown. So now I'm going to just take a break for the day, come back a little bit later today, probably after work, and then focus my attention on the leather straps, eventually the metallics, and then, you know, the normal shade, some side colors, bullets, teeth, eyes, and they'll be done. So let's end now. So once again, that concludes another episode of Painting with Jay. I hope you got some stuff done. Hope you're painting well, and maybe you're on track to finish your models in the near future. As I said, orcs are going to be done, and I'm going to be really excited. Then turn my attention, open up a bunch of new models, paint them, keep going, right? Let's rid our world of unpainted models. And once again, please check out in the description below Ian Wyatt's YouTube channel. He is doing a giveaway soon, and he loves to create amazing orky stuff. You're going to love it, I promise. If you love orky stuff, check it out. You're going to love it. Plus, he's doing a giveaway in the near future. And as always, thank you so much for watching Painting Along with me and ridding your world of unpainted models. This video is brought to you by my Patreon campaign. Link in the description below also if you want to help support my videos and join my campaign. It's because of them that I can dedicate so much time to my videos. And also helps, you know, to deter the cost of editing software and a lot of stuff. So, stay tuned for more videos. As always, till next time, this is Jay saying happy painting with me.